Hi, Sue Wilson back again today, and I want to show you a card where you don't have to do a lot of cutting on your edges. You can just emboss them to get a really, really pretty look. This one's relatively simple, probably one even for the guys in your lives. They're always kind of hard to come up with some designs for, so this might work nicely. Now let me show you which dies that we're going to be using. I have the Dainty oval frame from our Frames and Tags collection, the Dainty rectangular frame from the same collection, and we're going to be using the Phoenix die from the Gemini die collection. And like I said, you don't always have to cut it. We'll show you that. And the sentiment is from the Gratitudes stamp set from Creative Expressions. Okay, so I'm going to start with that die on the bottom here, this Phoenix die. And I've already cut just the edge of the cardstock, and I'm going to line the die up and tape it into place with some removable tape. Just give it a nice straight center there, and I'm going to put one on either side to make sure it doesn't wiggle. Okay, and bringing out our embossing plate, pop that in there, and put the base plate on top of that. I'm going to roll it through the machine. This die's got some beautiful deboss features to it. There we go. Move this over to the side. And bringing in some distress ink, I'm going to use a little bit of antique linen, but I'm going to remove my tape pieces so I can get the ink around there. Just gently peel that back. Pull that away. And on this side too. There we go. I'm going to give a light inking over that edge. And oops, bring out that feature. Holding the die in place so it doesn't move. Just go all the way around it. A little bit on the top, catching those top pieces of the die. There we go. It doesn't look very heavy, but when you remove the die, you can see how pretty that looks. It really does make that feature show up so much nicer. Okay, so set this on my magnetic sheet. I've used just a bit of black card in the background here as a frame, and a piece of decorative card that I had. It's nice, you can do something like this with just a little bit of an offcut that you might have left over. So I'm going to tape this into place. Bit of double-sided tape. Go ahead and do all four sides. And I'm just going to make this show a little bit of the black all the way around the edge. I'll have to lean in just a little bit, get that all nice and straight. That looks pretty good. There we go. So you can see the decorative card sticking out from below there. I went ahead and did a base for my card with a pierced edge and a little black mat. So I'm going to put this into place with some mounting foam that I've put on the back already. And center that in my pierced frame there, nice and pretty. Now for the focal element, I've gone ahead and cut one of the oval frames. And I just wanted to add a little bit extra to that. So I cut another one in taupe. And what I'm going to do is just nip this down the center. And I'm going to add it to the card, but outward from the edge of the black, okay? So I think I can probably just peel this up. I'll tell you what, I'm going to use the sticky from this and do it this way. I'm just going to pick that up right there. Oops, put that in place. Put this one up right here. In fact, let's turn it that direction. And you can take some more time and make them really nice and straight with your cards, but I think that'll work for this. A little bit of tape across the back. Put that into place right in the center of my background there. And for the sentiment, what I've gone ahead and done is I've stamped my For You in black on my taupe card, and I'm going to use the center tag that comes with this rectangular frame and tape this into place, just showing the For You in that frame there. Put a little on both sides, and let's run it through the Grand Calibur and cut it. There's my base plate, and there's my cutting plate. And I'll show you a fun trick you can do with the tag. That should be good. Okay, undo my tape. We can reuse that and pop this out. Oops. It's got a nice little pierced edge on that. And I'll show you what we're going to do. Because I've got a tag on one side with a little decorative element, I've done the second one. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue and make it look symmetrical. Oops. And pop that right on top of that one, lining up those edges. Give it a little squeeze and hold it in place so it looks like you've got one piece there with the decorative edge on either end of it. I've got a little bit of mounting foam on the back, and I'm going to be able to seat that right in the center of my frame. Now I'm just going to finish off the card with a couple of pearls here. I've used some black flat back pearls in the centers here on the corners, and one in the middle of the flower. I think it'll just finish it off nicely. Right there, oops. Right there. Right there. And, get on there. Right there. I think that's a really, really nice, simple card you can make in just a few minutes and be perfect for just about any occasion for either a male or female. Hope you've enjoyed today's video.